So this is actually a 7-week garden update. I decided to do it a little earlier because things are growing like mad and I should have done the updates more frequently. But anyway, you will see how quickly things have grown. The butterfly bush, which was not in bloom last update, is now in full bloom, going crazy. Smells awesome. I love this color, it's so pretty. The garden phlox is not yet blooming, but should be soon. The purple potatoes, I've already started to pull some out of here, and oh my god, they're so amazing. These are the shallots, and I will probably pick a couple of these this week because they are starting to die off here at the bottom a little bit. So they said that's when I can pick them, and they're looking pretty awesome. You'll see the little brontosaur. I had to move him because he was hiding in the dinosaur kale. Those are turnips. I didn't do so well with my turnips. I didn't space them very well. I kind of just threw a bunch of seeds in there, so I may still thin them out a bit more. This is my red romaine, which as you can see is humongous. This is radicchio. It's just starting to form the head. These are my sugar snap peas that I've got. It took a while to train them to go up here, but now they are growing like crazy. Oops, I'm trying to snap one off. But they are absolutely delicious, and I have to eat one. Oh my god. I was busy yesterday, so I didn't come out here, and these are all new. They would swear these weren't here the Friday. We also have sweet pea flowers that are trailing up here, and they have been kind of a struggle, but it looks like they're finally getting strong enough to climb up. This is green kale, and we've got the dinosaur kale, which is huge, and it's really good. This is the bright lights. I didn't really space this so great, did I? But this is the bright lights Swiss chard, and it's really neat because look at that one's orange. This one's pink at the stalks. I'm brain dead. Yellow, and this one is pinkish red. Around here, these are my tall telephone peas. They're a type of, I guess they're a type of snow pea, but look how big they are. Really cool. And I'm going to start trimming this back a little bit so it spreads a little more down here. This is another variety of snow pea. Over here, I've had to replant. My spinach didn't do so well, so here are some lettuce greens. There's some beets. There's a stray shallot over there, and another over here. And this is the this is called Little Gems romaine, and it's doing really well. This was planted from seed from 1 shoot ago. And this is some more lettuces down here, but you can see they're just starting to come back in a little bit. But this will be all more kind of a mix of seeds. And funny thing is I took 3 packets of seeds, mixed them together, started to put them up here, went to put them down here and dropped it, and so I'm gonna have freaking lettuce coming in down here. That, in fact, that might even be one of them. On this side, you can see there are, this is the kalettes that I mentioned the last couple of times. Told you about, they're actually a hybrid of Brussels sprouts and kale, and they're growing really nice. And I've pulled off a few leaves and cooked them up, and they taste very much already like a hybrid of kale and Brussels sprouts. They're really good, very kind of nutty flavor. In here, we've got some red kale. I just love the red kale. It's just so pretty. Sorry, some kind of bird was just flitting about my head. Oh, a chickadee. But the red kale, it's really good, and I just love the color. These are collard greens. Hello, chickadee. He's like 2 inches from my head. These are collard greens in the middle, which I wasn't sure I did a good idea of planting them in there. They weren't getting enough sun, but it looks like they're doing pretty good. This is, I believe, a weed, so we are yanking you. This is another one of the kalettes, and this is some, what the hell is that? Good question. I think it's another collard green. I just didn't have room for it. These are my raspberries. And these are, don't you love how I eat as I walk around? It's fun to come out here and just like nibble. Like I'll be out mowing the lawn and my sugar level starts to drop, and so I just go and grab some berries and pop them in my mouth. But this was a plant I bought last year for $2. Crazy. They're so good. That's fennel. Oh, and again, everything is grown organically. I do not use any pesticides. I do not use anything other than an organic fertilizer and my own homemade compost. These are my beets. I don't know why they're getting all... I think they just don't like the heat. So hopefully they'll come back. I don't know what that is. I think it might be more beets. I'm not sure. Oh, I ended up with some mystery plants. These are some collard greens. This is kind of an experiment. I'm trying to grow Belgian endive in a pot. These are carrots, which I'm shocked that we are seeing some blooming here, because 3 times now this pot, once I knocked it over and once the dog did, so I'm kind of shocked that anything is still growing in there. Am I still recording? Yeah, okay. These are my leeks, and they're going really well. This is another thing that I've never grown before, and I read that you could grow them in a tall pot, which made a lot more sense than putting them in the ground because the raised bed is not very deep. So this way you've got all that depth for the leek to grow, and they look great. These are some more of my potatoes. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, let's get over this way. These are my blueberries. They're just kind of starting to come in. They're not too impressive. These are my patty pan squash, which hopefully some bees will show up and do some pollinating once these flowers come out. And like all squash plants, pumpkins and all that, what happens is you get this little fruit right here. But this little fruit doesn't grow unless when the flower opens, the birds pollinate it with the male flowers. So you have to wait for those to pop up. But it looks like it's doing really well. This is a delicata squash, which is that kind of oblong green with yellow striped squash. And it's looking really well. And what's really funny is this plant though right here is zucchini, because I planted the zucchini first, and I think one back there, but they didn't grow for like 3 freaking weeks. And then as soon as I planted the delicata starts, the zucchini showed up. So I guess they didn't want to be shown up by the delicata. This is a, just what it says, it's a tuber test. It's some tubers I had from last year's plant, and I wasn't sure if I preserved them properly, so I'm trying to see if they're viable or not. So here's my tomatoes. We've got, this is really kind of strange, I've never seen this before, that the tomatoes that are growing, there's none up here, but there's a cluster of like 6 of them on the ground, which is really kind of strange. But then over here we've got another type of tomato and a third one, and they're all looking nice and healthy. And again, a lot of this has to do with the compost that I've been using, which I make with my own vegetable and fruit and paper and coffee grounds and all that kind of stuff. Even Cappy Dog's fur goes in there as well when I comb him, which is a lot of fur. This is the strawberry patch, which I was showing the last video that there were lots of berries on the vine, but now, oh my god, I've been picking like, I'll come out here and pick like 20 or 30 a day, like pints of them. It's insane, and they are so delicious and so amazingly good. Oh my god, I made a fruit compote the other night. Oh my god, it was so good. Put it on an English muffin or some waffles. But yeah, these strawberries are insanely delicious, and I couldn't stop eating them. But oh my god, so good. What else we got going on? Oh, these are just some random, I did kind of a weird thing with my planters this year. I did flowers and herbs. So we've got a mix of flowers here. We've got some cilantro here, which yay, it's coming up. We've got some flowers that have, I think they just didn't like the heat. They've kind of died back. This is some chives that I've had for years. These will be Livingston daisies, which are my favorite little tiny cute daisies. And these are, we're trying to grow some more carrots over here. So, but that is the garden update. I think that is about everything. Oh, I've got a few things out front. I've got some 2 more tomato plants and a big rhubarb plant out front as well. So get planting if you haven't already. Oh, the dahlias, I don't have any dahlias growing yet because I got some like dud ones from this lady. Same way I bought my ones from last year, but they were in the ground for a whole month and didn't come up. So I emailed her and she said I could exchange them. So, oh, neighbor's got his freaking drone flying, and Cappy does not like that very much, huh? Do ya? Get it, Cappy.